Hello everyone, we're standing here today at the World Electrolysis Congress organized by World Hydrogen Leaders. My name is Johan Wiebe, Executive Director from the Hydrogen Standard, and I have the pleasure here today to stand with Anas, CEO from MMEC Mannesmann.
Hi, thank you for having me, Anas.
You're welcome, great to have you as well. Right, MMEC Mannesmann, I need to get the name right, established business in the oil and gas space. Going through transition now from to the hydrogen and the renewable space as well. And finally then also congratulations on rolling out your first hydrogen refueling station in the UAE. Tell us a little bit about what you guys do.
Thank you very much, Johannes. Again, I'm very keen to be here and to be part of this event. MMEC Mannesmann, it's 100% an Emirati company. We are one of the leaders in UAE for the oil and gas business, indeed, as you stated. However, we started our renewable department since more than 3 years now, and we start really our journey in the transition to the renewable. We are an EPC contractor, technology integrator, and we started our journey by doing a decarbonization project to our clients in UAE, by implementing a new smart technology for the decarbonizing or to decarbonizing the ongoing operations that they have for the time being. So from that, we start our journey with the decarbonizing and the renewables. And then lately we got the award for the first hydrogen refueling station, which is the first of its kind in the UAE and in the Middle East, where we are operating with 700 bar instead of the normal refueling by 350. The entire ABC, it has been done by Mannesmann, selecting the right electrolyzer, like OEMs, right technologies, and the timeline for this project, it was only 5.5 months. So that was one of our success story for 2023. And from there, we started really our journey in the hydrogen and exploring the markets for to identify the technologies, identify the right technologies, identify what can be, suit UAE markets and what we can really explore in this branch.
Fantastic. Generally, sort of the UAE, Oman, Middle Eastern countries are associated with a lot of news surrounding the production of green hydrogen. A lot of projects are being developed and in the prospect of being developed in the future. It's great to see now also more initiatives on the downstream side coming to the fore. Not only sort of exporting sort of the hydrogen out of the region, but also consuming it where it is produced. Can you tell us a little bit more sort of what sort of prospects we can expect sort of on the downstream consumption side of hydrogen in your region?
Sure. In UAE, we announced the hydrogen national strategy last year, July 2023. And it is one of only 52 countries worldwide who really announced about their hydrogen strategy. I believe that is the region there will continue to be the lead in the energy production worldwide. So they understand, I think, that is the transactions it's really needed, and they start to do that by implementing a lot of ongoing projects in the pipeline in terms of the renewables as well as the hydrogen production. Masdar City has been announced solely and the exclusive green hydrogen producer in UAE, which Masdar already commit to produce 1 million metric ton per annum in 2030, which is 7 years from today. So they are really doing a good job, and they are in a right track, I think. And again, in the end of the day, as a private sector, being a 100% local company, we are supporting this journey, and we are trying really to be part of it. As I mentioned, Mannesmann is a technology integrator and EPC contractor, and the EPC, in the end of the day, will be more than 70 to 80% from the entire project's value. So that's why the inputs from the EPC contractors will be really very important to support this journey.
Okay, shifting a little bit to the current event that we're here at, World Electrolysis Congress. What motivated you guys to be a platinum sponsor?
I honestly, I visited this event last year, and I was only visitor. So and I saw that is really a lot of class rooms and a lot of listen and learns, a lot of panel discussions, and somehow this event it's in particular to the electrolyzer focusing rather than a lot of other events. They are more in generic for green hydrogen, inviting the entire stakeholders. No, this event it's really focusing in the electrolyzer. So, and that is the kern of the hydrogen production. So, focusing really in the OEMs, EPC contractors, operators of the electrolyzer. So, we met last year really a lot of interesting companies, and for me that was one of the small medium events that we would like to support in order to make it really in every year and to take in benefits from that. Today I attended more than 8 panel discussions and keynotes, and I note really a lot of listen and learn challenges that a lot of companies that they have, a lot of nice reports that we can really start to think about how we can build our cooperation, because at the end of the day that's a new market for all of us. It's a new sector. So there is a lot of challenges there, but as well there is a lot of opportunities. So you can start really to formalize your partnership with your right, with the right partner, and to take a lesson and learn from those companies that they already execute some pilot project or medium small projects.
What do you think? What are your opinions stood out during the masterclass on Monday that you attended? Because I'm asking you because I know that you asked a couple of questions to some of the presenters. Interested in your view. What are sort of the key takeaways that you got sort of from that session, which is slightly different than sort of the main conference?
Look, the masterclass, they are really very important because remind me in the university time when I'm getting my notes and going to the class in order to start look at, and indeed there is some masterclass was participate or was explained or was presented by professors like Professor Brony and the others, where they are professor in the university. So they start really to give us conversation sheets between technologies, between what is the benefits of using this. And what I really liked, that is all the masterclass, they are not focusing in order to explore more about one technologies, rather than they are only giving you from a very transparent perspective, what is the challenges for those technologies, and what is the best outcome for me was that is all of those technologies are right technologies, and all of them they are needed, but depend on the application, where you will implement this technology, where you need to use this technology, which kind of infrastructure available in your country, and which kind of technology can suit this. For example, if we have a huge heat source, then we can use SOEC, which can have a very high efficiency. Okay, SOEC, they have other challenges with the OPEX and the CAPEX, but again, if you look at the high efficiency that you can get from SOEC, which is above than 92%, then can really force you to look about how you can resolve those challenges. If BAM and alkaline, they have as well there's disadvantage and advantages. And how about the technology readiness level? What is the relation between the readiness level and FID? At the end of the day, how you can take a finance from the bank? What is the relation between the OEM's fabricator or manufacturer of the electrolyzer and the EPC contractor, and how both or how all of those can work together? So it's really giving to me a lot of ideas that I can go back to home and start to challenge the team to see how we can put our strategy for the upcoming years.
Yeah, it certainly covered a lot of ground and across a lot of the spectrum of the whole sort of like industry, particularly focused on the electrolysis side of things. You touched on challenges and opportunities. I mean, it's a bit of a cliche one. You can go many different directions with that. But focus a little bit maybe on your own business and maybe your immediate market. What do you see sort of in terms of challenges and opportunities?
I think the challenge that we are for the time being facing, that's our potential clients in UAE is targeting a huge project. And huge project, it means that you need to have a readiness technology that can be scaled up to the gigawatt, which is for the time being, it's really very, very difficult from a lot of perspective, as I mentioned. So there is 4 pillars, 4 factors. They need really to work together in order to get the right hydrogen price. First one is the capex. You need to make sure that as you have right capex, it should not be in a high capex. The second one, it's the right opex, so that you have an right infrastructure for getting this opex. The resources, and with resources I mean that is the electricity plus the water. You need to have enough drink water and enough renewable electricity in order to be able to operate that. Supply chain, that is a very important as well matter. If you are selecting a technology, have a very high efficiency, but there is no supply chain, then that is another problem. As I mentioned, so the level of readiness of the technology, that's very important, because that's at the end of the day, a bank would like to see that is your technology more than 8 levels, so ready in order to be scaled up. So we are really facing a challenge by identifying the right OEM for such as projects. You can find, there is, but at the end of the day, it will be high price. So you need to make sure that you need to find the right partner that can suit all of those components that I just listed, and giving you the right commercial offer at the end of the day. Because Mannesmann or the other stakeholders in UAE will be now using that, rather than it will be more in the exports. So if you will export the hydrogen, then you need to find the right buyer, and the buyer, I mean, he's not interested to which technology you are using, rather than he's interested to know which price you are selling.
So shifting then to the opportunities, or did you already integrate that in your answer? Opportunities?
I mean, a lot of opportunities is there by, as I mentioned, by exploring different partnership. You should not do everything. You should not. I heard a very nice example. So that's one of the panelists says that, who have a Porsche car here? No one have Bosch car. Bosch car. No one.
Not a Porsche, but a Bosch car, right?
Yeah, Bosch. Yes, exactly. Bosch car. So no one have a Bosch car, but all of us, we have cars with the Bosch components inside. So that means that is Bosch. They are not doing in cars, but at the end of the day, they are doing components. So do only whatever you are good on. So you should not do everything. So that's what I need to say is that, and that is really giving to you that is, you should not do everything. You should do something that you are really specialized on it, and select the right partner with you in order to be able to have a very competitive as well as and realistic proposal to your clients.
Focus on what you do best. Well, Anas, answering our questions is definitely one of your qualities as well. Anas, CEO from MMEC Mannesmann, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Anas. Thank you very much for having me.